Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Thrive Thursday. Excited to be here, excited to have you here, and excited to jump into procrastination. We've all been there, we've all done it. So, I want to go and I want to talk about it because it's a very important topic, especially when it comes to you accomplishing the goals that you have for your life and you accomplishing your vision in your business. Procrastination could definitely be a hurdle that slows down the process or even makes it so that you don't accomplish your goals. So, I think it's super exciting to jump into it and to just drop some knowledge on the subject and how I was able to overcome procrastination and then just different strategies that you can use. And then also the three reasons why people procrastinate is another big topic that we got to dive into. So excited to have you here. Drop some likes or some loves, some hearts or some thumbs up. And yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. And also, drop a hashtag live or a hashtag replay, depending if you're watching this live or if you're catching the replay. So we are going to just dive right into the information. So procrastination. Usually, more often than not, people who are perfectionists are also procrastinators because they need everything to be perfect. So that is a big thing is perfectionism because it'll never be perfect. And practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress. So really done is better than perfect. We just need to focus on getting tasks done and taking imperfect action. That'll create the business growth that we want. Waiting for times to be perfect or the work or the project or the idea to be perfect will keep you stuck. You're getting ideas for a reason, and taking imperfect action on them is crucial in overcoming procrastination because you'll train your brain to stop procrastinating and taking action, consistent action on all the ideas and projects that you have. So, the three biggest things that cause procrastination is number one, perfectionism, because a perfectionist feels that it needs to be perfect. So, a project or an idea or something they want to implement in their business that should take a week ends up taking them a month or 6 months or a year to actually implement because it's never good enough for them to go and launch it. And usually this dives from like self-esteem or not feeling like what you're doing is good enough or not being good enough. So you really want to go and take imperfect action to go and break procrastination. Just get it done. You've got the idea, you've been putting it on the shelf for a long time, and there's no reason to not go and just take even small actions on it every single day. So the next one is fear. So fear is the number two reason why we procrastinate. We fear that we don't have the abilities or that it won't work out as we intend it to, or that we're going to run into problems. So we procrastinate on it. So fear is another thing that is very big when it comes to procrastination, being fearful, being scared, being worried. And really, you will run into problems. That's part of business. That's part of life. There's always things that are going to come up. Question is, are you bigger than your problems? And really, if you are bigger than your problems and know that you're going to find the solution and you have confidence in that, then you'll go and you'll do what you need to do. So when it comes to fear, it's also ties into confidence. Having the confidence to see a project through is another really important thing. So you definitely don't want to have fear. You don't want to be a perfectionist. You want to take imperfect action and really just be a sloppy mess, be a hot mess. Just get stuff done, get actions done, get words on paper, get ideas on paper, start implementing different things and working towards the project or whatever it is that you want to launch, whether you own a restaurant, you want to launch a new menu, or you go and you have a wholesaler and you want to go and bring in a new product line. Whatever the case may be, it's never going to be perfect. So progress is better than nothing. And really just taking that action will go and stop procrastination. The third one is self-sabotage. Sometimes we go and we have a really strong feeling that the idea that we have is a great idea. And really, we won't know for sure until we test it on the marketplace because, what we think is an amazing idea, the marketplace is soon going to let us know if it's a great idea or if it's not a great idea. So the only way to know is to test it. And sometimes you get a feeling in your gut that it's something that will really go and move the needle in your business, take you to that level that you want to go to, and grow your company to the level you want to grow it to. Just implementing these things, but you procrastinate because of self sabotage. So that is another thing is, if you don't feel worthy of having a change in your life, you're going to procrastinate on all the good ideas that are going to move the needle forward and take you into the life that you want to have. So those are the three things: fear, self sabotage, and perfectionism. Definitely huge when it comes to procrastination. And every perfectionist that I know procrastinates. Even when I owned my last business, it was a chain of cupcake shops in Edmonton, Alberta. Uh, my sister would do that all the time. My sister, we would launch a new menu, and she was a perfectionist. And it would take so long to roll out a new menu because nothing was ever good enough. It was never perfect enough. The marketing material wasn't good enough, or the ingredients were not good enough, or the taste wasn't good enough, or the look wasn't good enough. So, when you're a perfectionist, something that should take you a week ends up taking you a year or taking you 6 months. So definitely that will slow business growth, and procrastination in general will definitely slow your business growth and make it a lot longer for you to accomplish all your goals. So that is why it is so important to look at those three. Am I fearful and lack confidence is number one. Am I self-sabotaging and know that this will take my business to a direction it's never been before and I'm uncomfortable with it? Or number three, do I need it to be perfect? So I'm going to just go and put it off and procrastinate and just tweak it here and there. And a project that should get done in a week takes you 3 months to actually launch, or maybe a year to actually launch. And perfectionism usually comes down to a low self-esteem. Because if you really felt really great about yourself, if you had a really high level of self-esteem, you wouldn't need everything to be perfect because you would be content with the work that you're putting out. You would be content with the ideas that you have, and you would know that whatever comes up, because there's always things that come up in business, you're going to overcome them. There are going to be challenges, there are going to be obstacles, but it's not a big deal. You're going to just rise above the problem, and each problem that comes into your life, you're going to deal with. It's not really a huge deal. So, those are the three things. And one way to go and get out of procrastination, because a big reason why people fall into procrastination is because they're constantly living in their amygdala, which is basically straight emotion. Their emotions are pretty much controlling their life, controlling their business, and causing them to procrastinate. So, a big way to get out of procrastination is to get out of your amygdala and get into your prefrontal cortex. Best ways to do that is to dive into breath work, do a halo active breath for about 5 minutes, do a bliss breath for about 5 minutes, or even a blow breath for about 5 minutes, and you'll recenter yourself. You'll get out of your amygdala, you'll get into your prefrontal cortex, and whatever you're procrastinating on, you're going to get on right away because you're no longer thinking in that from your amygdala, which is your monkey brain, which most people, unfortunately, 99% of the population live in their amygdala their whole entire lives. And that's why a lot of them don't accomplish the things they want to accomplish or really have the life that they want to have because they're constantly living in their amygdala. Or another thing you can do is cold exposure. You could go and you can have a really cold shower for about 3 minutes. Make sure you get your head under there and do some deep breaths while you're in the shower and do some positive belief restructuring and belief reprogramming around whatever it is that you want to accomplish, and ask yourself why questions. Why am I so good at, let's say hypothetically, you want to go and you want to launch a new menu for your restaurant. You've been procrastinating on it. And even just getting the ideas on paper, or start writing out the menu, or start writing out ideas is not happening. You want to go and jump into a cold shower, 3 minutes, get some cold exposure, get some cold on your head, get out of your amygdala, get into your prefrontal cortex, and do some deep breaths in the shower and do some positive belief restructuring around the situation. And say to yourself things like, why was this menu so easy to create? Why did everything flow the way I wanted it to flow? Why did my customers love my new menu? Why this? Why that? All positive affirmations, because now you're talking in present tense. You're not talking in future tense. You're not talking in past tense. So that would help in a big way. Another way that you can get out of procrastination is visualization. Whatever task you're taking on or whatever task you have coming up that you've been putting off, go and sit back and visualize yourself and how you feel having the task completed, having it done, having it complete, having it exactly the way that you want to. Remember, not perfect, but you're very happy with it. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to get done. So that is another way you can go and you can do that, is do some visualization around it. Sometimes when I go and I'm taking on a new project, I'll go and I'll visualize different things that I want to occur or different things I want to happen. And it helps in a huge way. Like today, I was building out some new additions to the Magic Mindset Method because I extended it from a 6-week course to a 12-week course. And now I just want it to be perfectly structured. I want everything to be, I don't want to say perfect because I'm not a perfectionist, but I want everything structured in a great way to have the biggest impact possible for all the clients that I'm going to be helping this year. And at the same time, I've had a lot of clients get amazing results with the program. I know the program's amazing, but I can make it better. And I want to make it better because my clients deserve for it to be better. So I want to get like 2 weeks worth of content done. Well, 1 week in a day. So the last 2 days, my goal was to get 1 week done yesterday, which I did, and 1 week done today, which I did. And that's pretty much just building out the Google slides, doing all of the animations and automations when it comes to that, doing a lot of research on different things and great material to put in it, creating some worksheets in a Google Doc, copying that Google document link, putting it into the program, putting it into the course, and then uploading everything to my CRM after I go and I record the video. So my goal was to go and get a week worth, so 5 videos done in one day. So when I did my visualization this morning, I visualized it all being completed, me being really happy with it, me being proud of it, how it was going to look, how it was going to feel getting it accomplished, getting it completed. And it was just such an amazing feeling that when I got out of my visualization and I saw the final product in my head, I just went and hit my computer and got to work. And it took me 6-7 hours to go and do everything I needed to do. But at the same time, I know that content, that week worth of content, is going to help hundreds of people over the next few years. So that alone is a good feeling, just how much work and effort was put into it to do the research, to go and write out the different slides, to make the different slides. I still have to record them. My main goal was to just get the slides completed. Then I'll record them, I'll upload them with the link to the Google document for the worksheet when I'm actually restructuring the full 12-week program. So yeah, so it's exciting because there's amazing things coming, and but visualization will go and get you out of procrastination too, because sometimes, and I'm sure everyone here feels the same way when it comes to goals. Goals, sometimes you hit goals, sometimes you don't hit goals. But what do you never miss? You never miss your intentions. So really going and setting intentions for your day, setting intentions for your business, setting intentions for what you're going to accomplish that day, or intentions for the week are very important, because often we miss our goals, we never miss our intentions. So setting intentions is almost more powerful sometimes than setting goals. So set good intentions. I hope this gave you a lot of value. If any of you are struggling with procrastination, I hope that this helped in a big way. I hope that some of the stuff that I was talking about today really resonated with you. And you sat back and you're like, yeah, actually, I am a perfectionist. I always want everything to be perfect. Maybe that's why I procrastinate so much. Maybe I need to focus on just letting go a little bit more and just surrendering to the situation a little bit more and getting out of my head more into my heart and just being relaxed about it and knowing that the work that I do is amazing work and just get it done, right? Or maybe it is an issue around one of the other things that we talked about. Maybe you're fearful of it working out really good or it not working out at all, or there being tons of problems or customers not liking it. Or maybe it's self-sabotage. You have a deep core feeling in your body that this is going to be the game changer and this is going to move the needle in your business. So you're procrastinating on it because you're just self-sabotaging yourself. So you're just putting it off, putting it off. I've run into a lot of business owners throughout my life, and they've had great ideas. They've kicked down the road like 6 months, 12 months before they even started working on the idea, just mainly because of self-sabotage. And when it was launched and when it was the way they wanted it to be, it was amazing. Everything worked out really well for them. So definitely you want to move away from procrastination, because then you'll get closer to your goals. So just to close it off, finish it off, I'm going to just hit on some key points on how to stop procrastination. Number one is take imperfect action and train your brain to not procrastinate. Number two is remember that done is better than perfect. It's a matter of getting those micro tasks done to go and create a macro vision for what you want in your life. The macro tasks are the only way to get there. So the next one, the third one, is when you feel like putting things off, understand that right at that present moment, you're in your amygdala. So do breath work, do a halo active breath, do a bliss breath, or do a blow breath for about 5 minutes. Recenter yourself, get out of your amygdala, get into your prefrontal cortex, or go take a cold shower, or do 5 minutes of visualization and visualize the task being completed. Or number four is embrace the fear of not knowing and do it anyways. So if you're fearful, then just embrace the fear of not knowing and know that whatever does come up after this, you're going to go and you're going to tackle it and you're going to get it done. So even just these small things will get you out of procrastination, because a lot of people who go and procrastinate, it's beliefs and thoughts that they were taught from their childhood. So if they're constantly in their amygdala, then their subconscious is running their life and they're always going to procrastinate. The moment you can go and you can put space between your thoughts, like I mentioned a lot of times on my lives, is the space between the notes that makes the music. If you can put space between your thoughts and you can go and you can calm your mind down and you can get into your prefrontal cortex and get out of your monkey brain, then you will accomplish way better tasks, way more tasks, and produce higher quality work because you're no longer living in that space. So I hope this was impactful and helpful to everyone here. If you need anything whatsoever, reach out to me, send me a DM, and more than happy to help. Thank you so much for being part of the Magic Mindset community. I'm excited to have you here and excited to grow this community over the coming weeks, the coming months, putting some things in place to get a lot more business owners into the group. So really excited about that. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Peace and blessings to your family, and know that I'm here for you every step of the way. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.